Hi and welcome to Solar FPV. My name is Anas, and this is the build video of this little quad. I just wanted to make an intro and a disclaimer about the build video. I am cutting very heavily in the build video. I think this build was very problematic because it was very small, and I had some issues with pads lifting, and I had to fix that. So there's a lot of stuff. Also, the beeper didn't work, but all in all, everything's working now, and it's flying very nicely. And so I've got about 7 hours of build video, which is about the time that this took for some reason. I had to wait some days for some things to dry. I did some epoxy work and just stuff like that. So just be noticed that I've cut very heavily in everything, also the soldering, because I want to make it kind of short. And it's not going to be short. It's going to be quite a long video, but I think you're going to like it. So stay tuned, and I hope you like the video. Here are some of the tools that I've been using. Soldering irons of different sizes, USB soldering iron for some things as well that can't take too much heat. So I'm using all my tools now, and I guess that's how it succeeded. Some nice scissors, tweezers, wire strippers, good quality solder, and don't forget the flux. Definitely need flux based focus, strips, and a multimeter to test for continuity of shorts, smoke stopper, which I'm very happy to use, right here. So to test everything, if there is a short, then this will actually cut it off. This is from your UAV, and highly recommend getting one of these. XT30, XT60, and it's got different amperage settings, and yeah. Let's get cracking on this drone. So I think I'm going to use this. I'm just going to run on 2S or more. I'm going to need to look at my diagram that's in my telephone when I'm soldering this up, but I'm just going to take it apart to start with. Double screws. It does hook up right there, so that you don't have to solder the ESCs to the flight controller. So that's nice. Let's just put that there. But what have we got here? So that's the front, of course, and ESCs there with the back. So it's got LEDs that do all kinds of stuff. It's very nice. You can see it at night time. You can program them, I think. Looks like the OSD, and this is obviously the video transmitter, and it says 5V ground RX video LED. Let's try to start here. Okay. Oh, that's a positive. Okay. The grounds are always a little bit of a bugger for me. Didn't get it. Right, so I just changed the camera position a little bit, and I just had to sort my shit out here. So it's very difficult to solder this. It's super tiny, and there's nothing else to say. You gotta take it easy and use a lot of flux, and fresh solder everything. There we go. A little blob on there. I just dip it in my flux. And this was for the RX. See if I can get that on there. This is worse than game operation. Okay, I think I got it. There we go, the video. And another thing. Video and LED. Don't know what that's for. LED. Got plenty of LEDs. So, video. I'm shaking because I've got respect for these tiny ones. They're very expensive and they are quite difficult to manage. Okay, flux, and try this. Nice, clean, very hot iron. That's all LED. Okay. Good Lord. That was I'm gonna have to check it with this just to be sure. Right, so I'm just gonna check continuity. At least I'm gonna try and see if I can do that. It's very tiny pads, but I should be able to do it. See if there's anything shorted where there is not supposed to be short. So let's just take this one. Are you kidding me? Fucking short, right? So these two, that's the RX and the video, are shorted out somewhere. That's weird. That's not what I thought. Doesn't look like it. What about the it could be. That's a good sign, I think. They're short circuited. Well, I'm completing the circuit. Right. RX and video. Why are they shorted? Right, so the RX and the video in the middle here, they are shorted. So I'm gonna take out the RX. So that's right beside the ground. That should work. I'm just gonna have to do that. Because there's a big blob there and they're touching each other. I can try and see if I can remove the blob without lifting the wire. This is gonna be pretty intense then, if I can do that. Let's just down. It's not hot. It needs to be quite hot to be able to do this, so I'm just gonna let it heat up for a bit. And clean the tip. It's been a while since I gave it a good scrub. Oh, it's nice and shiny. Again. Okay. See if we can wipe this off by going down. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but I think I removed some. Ow! Damn, that's hot. I just did a no. No. It's not a pen. It's not a pen. Okay, so. Oh, too far. There we go. Go away. We just need to clean this up somehow. Oh, that's really generally wet. Why are they stuck together? They're not supposed to be soldered together, these two. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna check. I might just go like this. Video on RX. Going this way. Oh, good. Okay. They still look like they're pretty shorted, but let's just see. Then I have my. I'm just gonna see if I can clean some of this up a bit because I can't see what I've done. I really can't. Shorter? Is it shorter? Right, so I just burnt myself again. That's funny. Bloody hell. I'm gonna take a break, I think. Concentration is starting to lack. It's very late, and yeah. The last thing I'm gonna do before I take a break is I'm just gonna solder on the power connector and the, where is it now? I had a capacitor somewhere. It's got a very strange pad, this one. It's got, as you can see there, it's like an indentation. Focus. But it is very nice. All I gotta do now is tin these. Right, so that's 10, so plus to plus and minus to minus. So I'm gonna do the ground first because that's the most annoying one. Just get that iron done. I don't know what I just burnt there. I'm gonna bolts in. Get that nice, ready for it. And then I need to stick this on something, otherwise I can't do this. And this is minus. See if I can do this. Maybe if I go like that. That's better. That was plus. No, sorry, that was minus. That went pretty well. Better than I anticipated. Let's try with this one as well. I think I got it. Now I can unplug this. So 2 soldering irons, you know, you could just change the tip, but I like the digital one. I mean, I managed to save this, I hope. I'll find out now actually if I managed to save something. While this cools down, now we need to measure some continuity stuff here. See if I screwed out something. Okay. That's good. No noise. No noise. No. Really? Why? Why is it video and RX? It's probably in and out. Video in, video out. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check it. But I've got wires and everything, and it seems to be okay. So I'm gonna check my manual. Right. So I managed to do the soldering. Not the neatest job, but I think it's doing alright. There's life in the VTX, and no smoke. I haven't addressed the LEDs in on the VTX board. I don't think. Oh yeah, there aren't any. Yeah, there are some. They don't light up. For some reason. So I don't know what's going on there, but I think it's because they're addressable LEDs, and I haven't addressed them in Betaflight. But I just thought they might have done that on purpose. No, of course not, because you can buy the stack without the VTX. So, but this is what it's looking like now. I don't know if there's power to the camera, but it should be fine. The VTX is... Oh yeah, VTX doesn't get power when it's plugged into just USB, which is very nice. So, next thing is mounting this, the ECs on the flight control. I mean on the frame, and then clipping all the motors. I think they just fit. They just fit. They fit more than perfect to go in behind and get soldered on. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're getting there, bit by bit. Don't know how many hours I'm in now, 2 or something. I didn't manage to take a break because I wanted to get this done. So the VTX has got power. I'll show you. I just followed the diagram that I found online for this, and yeah. So now I need to just clip this in. When I power this up with the battery, so this is not fully loaded. There we go. So the VTX is blinking here, the different channels, and it's getting pretty hot, that's for sure. But the LEDs are not lighting yet, although I think I've addressed them correctly. So all the other LEDs working, kind of. That one's not working. I wonder why that one's not working. Oh, that's not looking so good. Gotta check that out. There's like an LED that's, oh, it's all bent up. Oh. Well, that's not so good. Okay, let's see if that will light up now. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's working now. Pretty cool. Pretty sick. So this is gonna look, it's gonna shine out on the props, so they light up. Okay. Ow, that's hot. Ooh, that gets really warm. I think that's already set to 200 milliwatts, so let's not do that again. Right, so this is day 2 of the build, and I had some issues with the frame because I hadn't really checked if it was a 20 by 20 or 16 by 16 stack. So the iFlight Talon X110 frame only has mounting holes for a 2020 stack, and this is a 16 by 16. And this frame is so tiny you'd think it had 16 by 16. That was what it was meant for, but maybe the frame came out before there were so many 16 by 16 stacks like there is today. But what I did was I got a 2mm drill bit and a hand drill, one of these rotaring ones, and I drilled my own 16 by 16. I used a frame for reference, so I used this one, placed it on top and marked the holes, and then very carefully drilled the holes. This is obviously going to make the frame a little bit more brittle, because now it has like a serious amount of holes on the board. As you can see, there are a lot of holes. These back ones here are for the standoffs, and the same in the front. And there are some extra holes. I don't really know why they're there, but could be for some other kind of flight controllers. But this will work. What I'm going to be doing now is I just tried test mounting my my motor, and it comes with Phillips screws. They're not so long, so I'm not a fan of Phillips screws, I must say. So if I have some short, I think these are 1.5mm screws that are hex, then I'm going to be using those. I think they're 1mm screws, but if not, I'm just going to use the Phillips. That should be good enough. So they go on the frame first. And then this through here. Let's get this aligned all flat here, and then put this through. So with this build I'm going to be cutting off the motor connectors because there are no plugs on the ESC, the 4-in-1 ESC, so it's just going to get soldered directly onto the ESCs. So that's not bad. Sometimes it's better. There we go, there's no going back now. You can see everything else is pretty much connected. We've got the camera, we got the VTX. I haven't set it up so that it can, so that I can talk to it through the flight controller. But all I need now is my receiver. It's going to go here, and then I have to figure out a way to mount my receiver. I found an extra LED in the box, like one of these tiny little ones. I don't know if that's an extra one or something, but it's tiny. It's one of the ones that are on the sides, but I can't see. I thought one had broken off, which would be a shame, because and they probably will, because they're not stuck on very well. But none of them are missing. There's two there, one there, and there was only one there on the bottom. And yeah, I don't know where it could have come from, if it has broken off. No idea. One of these, put it out here, and like that. I think I got that sorted out. Let's just do them all. this one I forgot to clip this off. If I can get this in there. Okay. That kind of worked. That's difficult. Maybe like this. I think I got it. I want it nice and shiny. And there. So let's mount the let's just try and pre-mount this. This actually goes like that. Just try that and see if this will work. Just want to see where if the wires are pinching. Getting pinched, yeah they are. But, okay, so excuse me about this noise. I have been fiddling around with this flight controller that I destroyed, and I got it working again. I took off the LED, something must have been shorted on. I kind of soldered a bit on the 5-volt regulator, like the sides, and because it kind of felt like it was loose or something. And all of a sudden it started working again. And I've just connected it. I just had a battery as well. Oh, I just can't find it. So that was pretty weird. The LEDs don't work. I've just put on the video transmitter just to see if that's still working, and this seems to be working. They seem to be making the noise. No LEDs are configured yet here. The LEDs are not lighting up on the board, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so no LEDs, but the flight controller, who cares? The flight controller works. That's the most important part. So I'm just going to be continuing with the build. Just going to push this. Okay, so this is how I've wired the VTX. I figured out how to solder this now. You just need to use a lot less soldering. Might not be pretty, but it does work. And I'm using a big tip so I can transfer the heat much better. But yeah, so we got ground, 5 volts, and I think it's video in. Yeah, or video out, sorry. So, and this is for the LED. So, let's put that to the side. I need to wire in the receiver. And I made a little note because I actually use my phone a lot for these kind of things. So, for diagrams. So let's wire in the receiver. The receiver is ground, 5 volts and inverted. Okay. So let's do the ground. Let's hope this works. And I actually don't know where I'm gonna put the receiver yet. Maybe on top, but I'm gonna wire it inside anyway. lot of solder on this, just to see if I can take some of it off. And we got some solder here. That's the 5 volts. Okay, just a little bit more. There we go. New solder. So let's put the ground. See if I can do that somehow. So I'm just going to make a little L-shaped tack on the wire. I don't know if you can see that, but that helps me a lot to just sort of bend it a bit. Yeah. There we go. That seems good. A little bit more solder on this. Some fresh on here, and then just try it again. There we go. The ground moved. I think I got them. I hope they're not shorted. We'll have to test that out right now. So I've got this all set up. Good stuff. Okay, and now I just need the last one. And I should be really good to go, actually. Okay. There's quite a lot of wire on here. I've had like 7 cups of coffee today, so that's why I'm shaking a lot more than I normally do. Don't drink coffee and build drones, I guess. But I don't give a fuck. Gotta build drones. So I'm testing out another tip, this one, and it's because it's got like a really good transfer, and I've cranked the heat up to, I don't know, 450 degrees. And I do what Mr. Steele says, quickly in and quickly out. And that should be good. That's how they're gonna have to go. Otherwise they're gonna get pinched one way or another. This has taken me a while. I even ordered a new half of the flight stack, so when that gets here I'm obviously going to be changing this out, but then I have a spare in case anything happens. Then I just have a spare, and that's always good. So, but this thing, I think I'm going to get it flying today. I'm just going to need to put in the camera now. Oh yeah, and the receiver. Of course, what am I going to do with the receiver antennas? The receiver is going to go in here. Huh? It's just going to go in here with some sticky tape. And I'm going to put the... Okay. And I'm going to go like that, so I can wire them down here. That's going to get some hot glue. So, actually, no, I'm not going to use hot glue today. I'm going to use plastic glue to secure. Oh boy, I'm very clumsy today. What did The tip for my glue is gone. I don't know where it is gone. There it is. Anyway, let's just get that done. This is just some random cheap plastic glue. It takes some time to dry, but it's easy to peel off again, but it will hold these things in place. Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you can see this, I'm sorry, but we have got picture. Anyway, you see? So that's good. That's all good. Let's just go like this. So it's working! Yes! Fuck yeah. Oh, and everybody's been waiting for this video as well, so... Well, not everybody, but I have some buddies who've been telling me to build something with this Flywhoo stack. It's really tricky. I managed to get it done. I used one of these tips with a knife blade thing, because you can really get down on the pads. It has like a flat side, of course, so you can get down on the pads and give them heat really fast. Alright, so I just decided I'm just going to go with these. They just seem to fit better on the motor. Well, on the motors. So, because these are push-on motors, there are no holes for screws, so it's just gonna be hoping for the best, obviously. And yeah, so that's it. That's it for me for today. I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for more content. Subscribe and comment down below. And as always, fly hard. Let's just listen to this baby before you leave.